temperature very, very warm at 45 degrees. That creates some problems with the snow here today. And we're ready with, of course, Pro Stock and the LCQ coming up first. Here are the standings with Blair Morgan still on top, but Dennis Ekstrom is still very, very much in the fight. We talked about the snow and the temperature.
Basically, weather-wise, it has been a tough few weeks. Brutally warm temperatures, a lot of rain, a lack of snow. Really, it's a miracle that this track happened.
Chris Vincent is ready for this Pro Stock Final. We'll keep an eye on him. There's Blair Morgan, 7C. He's been awesome all year.
Continues to lead the points in both classes. Would like to up that as well. Here's a good look at Toni Haikonen. And Haikonen is on form. He's riding better than we've seen him this season, maybe better than we've seen him in a couple years.
TJ Gula, the young rookie who has had such a good season, X Games bronze medalist.
Here's Justin Tate, and Justin has been on fire as of late, Paul, and he's still loving his racing.
His teammate, Dennis Ekstrom, second in the point standings as we're in the final two races of the season.
Right there is the Iceman, they call him, Aaron Shield. He's been so close so often this year, he'd love to pop one right now.
And Curtis Crapo.
Paul Kurt has been considered one of the fastest guys on a Polaris. He'd like to prove that right now.
We'll take a look at the starting grid. There's the front row. Vincent Morgan, Haikonen, Dennis Ekstrom there in 25. He's in the championship fight with Blair Morgan. And, of course, the second row with all transferred from the last chance qualifier. They almost don't need their cold weather gear here today as we take the green flag in 45 degrees of temperature.
Blair Morgan from the middle. That's unusual. Got the whole shot, landed it off that big double. There he is. He's leading the two Amzo Skidoos bump, and looks like Ekstrom got the nose.
Ekstrom takes his teammate in the air and moves into second place. Tate drops back into third. Blair Morgan once again got one of those patented Morgan starts. This time, though, right out of the center of the row. And by doing that, even though he got the top position, it's really not like we've seen so many times this year. He's got Dennis Ekstrom all over him. And remember, too, that's the battle for the championship. Ekstrom and Morgan.
Ekstrom applying a lot of pressure. And for Blair, getting that hole shot very crucial. We've talked about it this season, how when Blair gets behind, especially in wet, sloppy snow like we have, and that gets in his face, that's when he becomes mortal. And out front, he's going to be tough. Chris Vincent sporting the new color scheme for the rest of the season.
And you see coming over behind the two Amsoil sleds, there is Toni Haikonen on 06, now closing in and beginning to challenge Tate.
You know, Haikonen has quietly worked his way into third in the points. He's also been riding incredibly fast.
Whoa!
Little tag!
Get out of my way! Haikonen slams into the back end of Tate. They both maintain control. It cost Haikonen at first, but already he's back on Justin's bumper.
You know, Tony's been railed a couple of times this year, and I think he's adopted a new style. It's like, if you're going to do it, I'll do it right back. Let's get a little aggressive. Let's do some racing.
Right behind Haikonen, Chris Vincent's trying to get into this fight as well. As he closes up there, you see him coming off the corner. Heikonen's able to get off the corner just a little bit faster, but Chris Vincent's very much in the fight.
There's Vincent chasing that Millennium powder-colored sled of Haikonen 06. Haikonen got a good run on Ekstrom. He's going to try it outside. No.
He twists it down to the inside. Oh, nice maneuver as he hangs off the left side of the sled. Stays low, and he got him.
What a pass by Haikonen, and he did it on what's considered the slower low side of that offset double. He's found the line there, Paul.
Boy, that is some very smart racing for Toni Haikonen. With 10 laps to go now in this Pro Stock Final, Gaylord, Michigan. There's Haikonen.
Right there is the line he's found on that offset down the back straight. He goes to what should be the slower side, but he's really kicked it. But watch this maneuver here now. He went in high. Boom! Just gets into the back. Great save right there by the number 28 at Tate, but that rattled him. Tony was letting him know he's there. Watch this again. Turns in. He's got some good momentum. This time, Tony cuts low underneath. Same idea. Right underneath on the throttle. That was a great pass.
He psyched Justin pretty hard there. K-Man tapped him in the rear, kind of gave him to believe he was going to go high every time, and the next time around, he approaches the same way, then chops it down low, uses the low slide in the air last time, comes up with a position.
absolutely brilliant pass. And again, on that back straight offset, Toni has a line there. Right here, when he hits that kicker, he has got to be ready for it because that tends to unload the sled and get the back of the sled way up in the air. You've got to be riding that throttle right as you come out and keep the nose up. That's some brilliant racing.
Haikonen is all over Dennis Ekstrom. Haikonen drops to the inside again. Same stunt he pulled last lap, and he gets it done with Ekstrom. Haikonen into second.
Ekstrom felt the heat, made a rare mistake, and opened up the door.
We'll be back with more from Gaylord right after this. Welcome back to Gaylord, Michigan, the Pro Stock Final. And Toni Haikonen has been the guy to watch, just steadily nibbling away at everybody. And now he's got his sights set on Blair Morgan, the leader.
He's closing on Morgan, and Heikonen's doing a lot of his work on that back straight. It's a unique line, but he's got it working. And also watch here for Vincent. Chris Vincent is going to move right into the frame right there. He is closing up on Tate.
In fact, not only closing, he slams into the side of Justin Tate. And will that get the position for him? Chris Vincent and Tate in a fight. And back up at the front, Haikonen is still working very hard on Blair Morgan. They're already overhauling some slower traffic.
Let's watch what happened here. This is where Tate opens that door up. Chris way tight to the inside. Now he goes to throttle and pushes a little bit, and boom. And he got not only into the sled, he gave a little bang to the thigh of Tate. Tate looked over, but Vincent got the inside line.
It looked pretty gentle, but I've got a feeling that he's going to pay for it in bruises later. Back at the front, Haikonen working hard on Blair Morgan. Now just 2 laps to go.
Haikonen is right there. Watch the different lines. There's Morgan a little bit wider line. Haikonen tight to the inside. Morgan, boom, right there. Morgan goes for that outside air, and Haikonen inside hits that kicker, but just stays on it and closes right back up again.
Haikonen continues to work on Blair Morgan. The battle for the front as the white flag, 1 lap to go, comes out. Morgan has the lead into the first set of corners. Remember how Haikonen has worked this race? He tries it again. This time, Blair Morgan's still good for him. He's still coming down on the inside, but he's got the speed here. Haikonen gets past Morgan for a second. He continues to keep a nose ahead of him. They scream now for the line. Can Haikonen hold on? Toni Haikonen by a nose over Blair Morgan. What a terrific run.
And a heel clicker at the line, and that was pure bravado combined with skill by Haikonen through that final jump in that last corner. He just never lifted. Watch this. Right here now, Haikonen comes out of the second turn. Now Morgan makes the decision to go to that outside. Haikonen just tapes it right here. Bang! And when that kicker comes up, he was on the throttle, lands it. He's got the momentum. He's inside Morgan. Now he's got a lot of speed. He's going to run up wide, and Morgan smartly decides, okay, I'll take the lower line. Right here, Haikonen gets on the gas, and there's a big hole, never lifts, pounds over that, into that slop, keeps the throttle on, and has just enough to take it at the line. Unbelievable.
And you know what? He fought every inch of the way, starting back in the pack. Toni Haikonen receiving a well-deserved and an emotional congratulations as Toni Haikonen takes the win over Blair Morgan and Dennis Ekstrom, who stay very close in that championship battle. Let's go down to Greg Kramer.
Toni Haikonen, after coming so close in Valcourt, that must have given you confidence to know you can catch Blair, you can pass Blair, and now you beat Blair. Congratulations.
Thanks, Kirk. You know, I can't tell how I feel right now. It's just awesome. I haven't won a race for 2 years now, and I was getting really frustrated. I'm like, you know, probably have to probably end my career with no wins in the next couple of years. But Blair had good run. He got whole shot, and he was like way ahead. I got up to him, and I just kind of follow him for a little while, and then I figured on second last lap or last lap I'm going to try to pass him. It worked out, and you know, it's definite boost for my self-confidence. And we don't have money, anything like that. The other teams have budget and stuff, and we just go to every race after we do good in the last race and get the money from there. And you know, it feels awesome. It's just awesome.
You got a lot of heart, and so does the team. Congratulations.
Thank you, Greg. Thank you.
Look at all the emotion there, too, as Toni Haikonen takes the win in Pro Stock.
Well, that emotion comes from the fact it was his first win in 2 years, long overdue. And what a sweet one it was.
We'll be back with more from Gaylord right after this.